Everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to do an update on the overall market. The stock market has made some key moves. We're going to talk about exactly why those moves happened to begin with, the setups that the market showed before the opportunities occurred. I'm also going to be sharing with y'all the sector that we were watching for a short last week and why we did so. And lastly, we're going to talk about what to expect for tomorrow. All right, so let's dive right into it right off the bat. We have the SPY over here. All right, and last week was kind of brutal, kind of choppy, as you can see. A very difficult trading session, which mostly benefited the day traders. It's very hard to be holding for a swing, especially when the market is chopping slowly downwards. All right, but let's look at what happened during the last few months, because my last video that I released, the last video was released right over here on like the 13th of June, and during that time there was a lot of swings up here and down here. All right, for some opportunities for swings over here and over here again, and then some chop. Now, the reason why this move right here between the 12th and the 25th of July occurred was because there was a structure on the chart. We're gonna move over to QQQ because that one is a lot more cleaner. We're gonna dive right over here. All right, now this move right here occurred because there was an ascending triangle on the chart right over here, as you can see. All right, perform the ascending triangle on the chart. And again, on this channel, if you don't know what we do, we trade chart structures, specifically charts like this one. All right, this is one of my favorites, and as you can see, it went all the way up to like in that green circle by the 21st of July, and then after it got in there, it started to chop slowly. All right, prevented some opportunities for shorts right here, and again right here, followed by some difficult price action right there. All right, now the sector that we were looking at for a shorts, that was the semiconductor sector. All right, and the reason why we were looking at these semis, let me take the video for example, because I think the video was the most obvious one. Yeah, so this is how the video was looking. A lot of chop right over here during these like 6 trading days, and then eventually it was setting up perfectly for, this is the 9th of August. Let's go over here. All right, and this is the video on the 9th right over here. All right, so there was a bearish pennant on the video, and the chart pattern was very consistent with the other stocks in that specific sector, and the whole goal was to pretty much wait for the breakdown below 439.50 for a potential drop. Eventually it dropped all the way down to 406, but the key point here was this right here, this breakdown at 7 minutes after the market opened, and the stop loss of 442 didn't even ring after the breakdown. So it broke down right here, fell, had a little dead cat bounce. All right, chopped a little bit on Thursday, and then continued downwards on Friday. There was another day trading opportunity on Friday on the video right over here on the 1 minute. A bearish pennant, pretty much a smaller version of what I just showed you on the same chart. All right, a day trading opportunity from here all the way down to these lows right here. And what I meant by the pattern was consistent with the other stocks in that sector. We're gonna check out, let's check out AVGO. All right, now AVGO is another semiconductor stock, and this one was looking bullish at first until it fell to get above 930, and until it broke below this trend line. Right, as you can see, there was a consistent uptrend with the stock until that trend broke down right here. It broke right through the trend and then tried to go above it again and then failed. And that moment right over here, this is when everything started to collapse. All right, so AVGL collapsed, NVIDIA collapsed, SOXL collapsed, SMH also collapsed. Let me go on the 1 minute and look at SMH. All right, and then SMH, we're gonna go over here to the 30 minute. SMH also had a structure on here. There you go. Yeah, so the structure is right here. It had a bear flag on SMH. We have the bear flag right here. It cooks a little bit, followed by the breakdown, which happened, I think, on Tuesday. It then really happened on Wednesday. It then followed some more with some downtrend. And another day trading opportunity on SMH. It's on, it wasn't that clear, but it showed the same thing again. Just another bear flag, but on a very small scale. Right over here, right? So the big structure is consistent with the small one right here to finish off on Friday. With the entry right here at 147. All right, and then the exit anywhere in these lows right here at 146. Now, the main question is, what is the market going to do? All right, what is the market going to do next week? Let's look at that. Let's go on SPY. And right now the futures are up a little bit. All right, it's not a guarantee that we're gonna bounce and everything will be fine. You gotta take things slowly, day by day, and you gotta recognize when it is appropriate to swing and when it is appropriate to just wait for another structure before you make your move. All right, so let's zoom in into that price action. Again, very choppy price action for SPY swing traders. You don't want to be swinging here because first there's a drop and then it opens higher, which means that your puts get crushed, and then you barely break even, and then it opens higher, your puts get crushed again, right? It's just a terrible situation to be in. The best thing to do whenever there is this kind of price action and this kind of chop is to be day trading, or to find, again, a pattern on a sector that makes things a lot easier, kind of like what I just showed y'all with the semis. Now, with this one, is it going to open higher? The odds are probably yes. It's probably going to open up either at the same price or slightly higher at 449. And then we might see something like a green to red move. Just a little pop all the way up towards 451 before we chop again. All right, there are these individuals right here that will be tested. All right, so I think that we may see a breakout maybe at the open. All right, things could change, but as of the way things are looking right now, I wouldn't be surprised to see a break at the open, like a push into this red zone, and then maybe there could be another rejection where we chop some more and we continue this slow downtrend. The weekly chart isn't looking too great either. Like if we go on here, the weekly, and we zoom in, like it's looking more like here, right there. All right, we have 2 straight red weeks. It's opening up below the 9 SMA on the weekly charts. And then that little pop on Monday, if that gets rejected, then we can see a continuation down. And we could go much, much lower. There is a gap to fill right here at 4,300. So keep that in mind. All right, 90% of all gaps in the market get filled at some point in time. I'm not sure exactly when this gap is gonna fill. It may be this week, it may be next week. My role here is to keep you informed so that you're not surprised when you do see a massive sell-off, because again, gaps tend to get filled at some point in time. It's like a magnet. Eventually the price is going to get there. All right, it's just a matter of when. and some clues that could help you determine exactly like approximately when is chart structures, which is pretty much the only thing I look at whenever I'm trading. I don't look at the news. The only thing I look for are chart structures. Again, for those of you who've been watching our videos, been watching the channel, that's primarily what we do. All right, so that's the updates on the overall market. That's the updates on the SPY, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, helps the channel a lot and allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. I will be releasing more videos this week, so you definitely don't want to miss out on those. All right, lastly, if you haven't followed me on social media, you can find me at NGumah at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on Twitter. And if you are interested in getting some free stocks, you can use the third link in the description of the video below to sign up with Webull. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is NGumah with Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow's video.